Morning, everybody. This is Henry. The coffee shop talk this morning is about helping others, going above and beyond the call of duty. And I got a good factual thing that just happened to me yesterday, which would have been Tuesday, the 8th of March. And so what happened was, we're supposed to receive a package. We had to sign for it. And we just left the house at like 3 o'clock, 3:50, 10 minutes to 4. And soon my ring goes off that I have somebody at the front door ringing the doorbell. I'm like, okay. So I look at the camera, and I'm trying to reach the guy before he walks off because I was doing something else and I had it on vibrate and I didn't catch it. So the UPS man was walking off, and he didn't drop the package off. He let a little sticker that says, "Hey, we missed you and I need your signature." And I'm like, oh snap. And I didn't want to have to wait around on Wednesday for him, or have my wife wait around on Wednesday for him, because they can come anytime all the way up to 7 o'clock at night. I'm like, that's BS. Here we are, current age, and we don't have electronics to text somebody or call somebody, let them know that they're at the house signing something, or at least give us a heads up when they're arriving. If I owned UPS and I was a CEO, my drivers, in that information they collect on that package that's got to be signed, would be a phone number that the thing would text and say, we will be there, and give them a 2-hour notice or an hour notice. We will be there by 4, right? And the operator in the UPS truck, that should be like an automatic trip point in the truck when he's close to the area. You can track Amazon packages and see where it is. They give you an estimated delivery time. They do a lot of stuff that goes above and beyond for communicating with their customers. But if I got to sign for something, I think the above and beyond should be a little bit better, especially with technology, especially with a company making a fortune off of shipping. But back to the moral of the story. That's just another problem I can complain about on another coffee shop. But back to the UPS drivers themselves. I got to say, they got great people working for them, at least in the Southeast Georgia area where I live, because we saw them on the ring. We saw the stick. We knew there would be a sticker on the door. I saw him walk off. I couldn't catch him in time. We were out running around, and I said, oh, there's a driver. He was in a shopping center delivering stuff, so we were just shortly down the street from him at Harbor Freight in that area, and we pulled in there. I walked up to him, and I said, hey, blah, blah, blah. He says, no, that's somebody else. He says, I'm not sure his name because that's not his normal route, but I know where you are. I know what you're talking about because I've done that route. I'm like, damn. He said, just head towards that way. You might run into him. I said, okay, we were heading back home anyways. So now it's about 4:30, 4:45, and I'm sure in an hour he's getting ready to wrap up and head back home. It's got to be. And they got to go all the way. This is a crazy part, too. This is really, I'll talk about that, too. I'll do a coffee shop ramp on that, too, and some of the weaknesses in UPS's process. This is from a customer standpoint. But anyways, so we're heading back home. And sure enough, we run into another UPS driver. Now, I don't know if it's the one that was at my front door. I saw the guy's face at my front door, but I didn't see the guy's truck. I just saw his truck. And, of course, there was some kind of crime happening at the gas station. So we pull in there carefully. There's cops running all over the place. I'm not out of this little town in Southeast Georgia could have. Somebody got stabbed or shot or something. But anyways, had a guy in the ambulance, and they're chasing around looking for somebody. Some kind of an assault. Anyways, I wait for that driver. He comes out of the gas station, and he's filling up, and we're sitting there shooting the breeze. He says, yeah, that's my normal route. I know your house. He says, I'm getting ready to retire soon, so I trained another guy, and now he's on the route. I'm like, okay, what's his name? His name is Derek. I said, okay. So he tried calling him for me. I'm like, wow, this guy is really cool. He's got 31 days left, and he's calling the other driver called Derek for me. I'm like, well, Derek didn't answer phone, and so he says, here's his number. I said, you're going to give me his number? He says, he told me any customer that was ever trying to get something that he wanted to get a hold of him, I could have Derek's number. So I put Derek's number on my phone, and I call him, no answer, and then I text him. And I love texts, right? Because you can leave a message with a text. I hate leaving a verbal message. That's old school. Go away from it. So I left a text. That's okay. And then I gave him about 10, 15 minutes, and I just text him again and say, hey, we're heading home soon. We'll be there. If you're in the area, I'd appreciate it if you don't mind stopping by and giving the package we got to sign for. And lo and behold, no answer. I called him one more time just out of courtesy. Okay. No problem. He comes, all of a sudden his truck pulls up to his house, our house, about 6 o'clock. And I'm like, holy cow, it's Derek. So we go out, I shake his hand, my wife shakes his hand, she talks to him. I say, hey Derek, I don't mind, I'm doing a project before the bugs comes out. He don't, he's like, he's cool with it. And he's cool with the phone number, and he's out there and he shot the breeze. He's off the clock now for a few minutes with my wife, and he's got to head all the way back to Brunswick. Who does that? That's in America? I had to pinch myself. He's probably his mid-30s. And I'm like, Derek, thank you. We didn't know there was people left in the world, and especially in the U.S., that would go above and beyond and come back and care about the customers and do that. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And then I said, hey, Andy really thinks the world of me. And then he got into the fact about Andy retiring. So Andy's retiring. He still cares and is passionate about his job. You have to be passionate about your job. You have to. If you're not, find a job you can be passionate about. You got to. People will reward you for it. There is good that comes out of it being passionate about your job. And there's some more coffee shop talks. I'm going to talk about somebody that works on a trailer and does stuff. And I'll talk about that. But this UPS drivers yesterday went above and beyond their job to get the package to us assigned. And I just wanted to say thank you, UPS drivers. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Andy. God bless you on your retirement. I hope everything's good. I hope you get what you want out of your retirement. You've earned it. You put your time in, and now it's your time. All right, Henry out. That's my coffee shop talk this morning, is going above and beyond the jobs and the UPS drivers of Derek and Andy. Thank you, guys, and have a great day.